Howdy y'all. I have some week 1 feedback that I'd like to share with the whole class. First, let's start with there is specific feedback on everything that was turned in waiting for you in the grade center. Rubrics, comments, please go through all of it. It is very purposeful. All of the feedback that I give you is designed to empower you to move forward in your learning process. With that said, I want to talk specifically about the threaded discussions. There have been a couple people who were very unhappy with their grade after week 1, and I want to talk about it. First of all, Blackboard started chunking out on me yesterday, so for 50% of the class, your rubric is inside the grade center waiting there for you to get it, and for 50% of the class, I had to email your rubric to you. So you do have a rubric completely filled out. It is, again, either in the grade center. If it's not in the grade center, that means it's waiting for you in your Brahmin email. And I clearly say that, so please do go, because the feedback is there to specifically empower your learning process. My goal is to ensure that you are truly present affectively, behaviorally, and cognitively in your learning, not just reading a bunch of stuff and walking away with flat, static knowledge in your head. The threaded discussions are a great constructivist tool for affording that opportunity for all three, affective, behavioral, and cognitive, through your negotiation of meeting and social engagement with your peers. That said, very first criterion on that rubric, that seems to be the one that's confounded quite a few people. A lot of people also forgot to bring in resources. That's a little further down in the rubric, but it's there. 2 resources per week. It's purposeful to open up our thinking, but the question and the 3 days, across 3 different days. Your initial post, which is due by Wednesday, midnight Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. And then your 2 response posts on other days. All posts, I mean, you can do more than 3, and lots of people did, woohoo, but different days, guys, across the week. It's not a bulletin board where here's a topic, and I state my response, here's what I think of it, and then I'm done. This is about engagement and social construction of understanding through dialogue. Well, it can't be a dialogue with somebody if you don't come back in to see how they responded and then respond back. Those are monologues. It is a social constructivist learning activity. It is purposeful, and it's there on the rubric in green highlight. You must ask a question in that first post, a delicious, personal, inquiry-based, what does this mean to me, or how am I going to use this? What am I going to do with this? Why? Because it is a best practice across learning styles to help people engage in their own sense of inquiry, to feel a sense of ownership, and be more fully engaged with your own learning process. I mean, let's get real. Who cares about answering my questions when you get out in the real world? To empower you to be able to better transfer all that we learn, you need to be thinking along the lines here, well, how am I going to use this? What does this mean to me? How can I use this? How does this connect to what I'm doing already? This doesn't seem to connect to what I thought I knew, so how could there possibly... Come on, guys, own your learning process. That question is purposeful. Now, I do want to say, if you say, you know what, that's a ridiculous requirement, I can only log in twice a week, well, okay, I'm not going to get mad, but you're going to get docked a point. I think it's 1, it might be 2, I can't even remember. Okay, you're a grown-up. That's your choice. don't get mad at me. It is what it is. The guideline is there. And again, it is there for a reason. We are adults. I respect you guys. I pull out anything in a class that I think is busy work, that is not purposeful. I really do. I don't ever ask anything of you that isn't there to truly empower you to move forward in your understanding, in your knowledge, in your ability, understanding by design, understanding, not flat knowledge. To move all the way up Bloom's taxonomy, to get closer to self-actualization, as close as I as an instructor can help get you there. But we're partners in this process. And so if you say, look, here's the reality, I can't do it. I can only log in once a week. I can only log in twice a week. Well, okay, you are making a choice to A, not get as much out of this learning process as you possibly can. You're kind of shortchanging your peers, and you're going to lose a point or two. It's there on the rubric. So, again, I'm sorry. There's no point in getting mad at me. It's not going to change the rubric. The rubric is there. The rubric is there for a reason. The rubric is purposeful. The irony is we had an MAE meeting today, the whole curriculum team, and the rubric that we're using in this class is going to be rolled in to all the MAE courses because of the feedback from students from all the different classes that have been using it has been so positive. And I understand, it's week 1. It was new. Maybe you didn't read it over as carefully as you should have or could have because you've taken other online classes and you know what a rubric looks like and blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's week 1. Learn from the experience. Now you have a better understanding of what's expected. It's an 8-week course, okay. But that said, it's an 8-week course. I have 8 weeks to change your head, your heart, and your minds in a fashion that you can go out and apply all the delicious stuff in this course in the real world. And a lot of this is, now I'm getting back into repetitive with my welcome video. So there it is. Threaded discussions are actually one of my all-time favorite online learning tools for these reasons. It's real engagement. It's inquiry-based. Enjoy it. Have fun with it. This is your place to go, hey, I'm in charge of my learning. That's the prompt. Here's my basic understanding of it. And now here's what's important to me in relation to this information. It's all about you. You. But enough about, no, okay, so I'm kidding. So that said, please go through all of the feedback that's posted for you. Again, I'm here to support you in any way I can. I truly love this stuff. I try and walk the talk as much as I can. That said, yeah, I got the cast off, but having been immobile for 13 weeks, my hand and my wrist have both seriously atrophied to the point where I am in a wicked amount of pain. And I had physical therapy for the first time today, and it was bad. She's upping me to 4 days a week instead of 2. It was that bad. And I think I taught her some new words. So, please be kind. You will see typos. I'm sorry. I'm typing like this. Okay, I'm like the Claw. I'm like one of my kids' superheroes. I'm the Claw. Sorry, doing the best I can. I am happy to meet with you guys on the phone. Emails, again, are kind of tough. Kudos to the students who showed up for open office hours. Had a couple really good conversations. We're able to hammer out a couple things. Again, every Monday, 4 to 5:30, the office is open. And I do, again, you guys are busy adults. I'm a busy adult. I'm not going to waste your time. I respect you guys as my peers and as fellow learners. I expect to continue to learn as much from you as I hope you expect to learn from me and from each other. So, With that said, again, please don't judge all the misspellings. Sorry, best I can do. But the phone is my friend. And so here's to week 2. I'm using the information both from your introductions in the student lounge and your bio poems to do the groupings for the lesson study wiki project. Those will be posted by tomorrow. Today is Tuesday, September 9th. Those will be posted by tomorrow, Wednesday, September 10th. And here's to a great rest of the class. We're off to a really good start. And again, if you got a problem, please talk to me. But I'm not going to apologize for the requirements that are in this course that are there to empower your learning process. They are what they are. If you want to talk to me, that's great. But please just don't get mad at me. It's not going to work. Not going to help. Doesn't do any good. You want to redo something, anything but the signature assignment, I'm open to allowing you to revise, refresh, but it is what it is. Okay, thanks. See you online.